no matter whether we see any impact at all from Beryl. Emergency leaders say now is a good time for all of us to prepare for what could be a very active hurricane season. ABC 13's Nick Notario is live in Southwest Houston to explain what you can do right now. Nick?
Well, you may want to grab a piece of paper and pen, not necessarily to write down a hurricane preparedness plan, but actually to take down numbers, because if you don't have power, you may not be able to use any technology. You can also look up, because there may be things that you can do as well around your property that could not only help keep the lights on, but save you a lot of money. After a severe May windstorm knocked out power in nearly 1 million in the Houston area, keeping the lights on this hurricane season may be top of mind. Electricians say that's something you can work on now.
I would recommend at this point, look for any limbs that are lying down around your electrical line, weather heads, anything that needs to be tied down.
If your equipment is damaged, not only could you lose power, it may cost thousands to fix. If you lose power, a generator could be an option. If you want one, electricians say, make sure it's at least 3,500 watts.
First thing I do is I get my generator out and I start it. I start my generator because I want to make sure it's going to work when I need it.
To get the power from the generator into the house, you're going to need an extension cord. But if you go to the store, you'll see a lot of options, maybe overwhelming. Electricians say it's not necessarily about the length of the cord you want to look for, but the gauge. You want a minimum of 14, but they say 12 gauge is even better.
There's no reason to panic right now, but there is reason to be prepared.
Power isn't all you should think about. Houston Office of Emergency Management says you also need to know what to do if a hurricane heads towards southeast Texas.
Having a plan is knowing what you and your family are going to do when that storm may impact where you are, where you live.
You also want to have a kit. Make sure it's filled not just with food and water. You want a flashlight, medicine, and cash. A kit that should sustain you no matter where the storm takes you.
We may ask you to shelter in place to stay in your home. We may ask you to evacuate.
Now, part of that plan should be getting those supplies now. You don't want to wait until a storm were to track and head towards southeast Texas this way. Emergency leaders say you have one less thing to worry about. Live in Southwest Houston, Nick Notario, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.